Lewis Howes was 23, broke, and sleeping on his sister's couch after sustaining a career-ending wrist injury as a pro football player. His life felt directionless and hopeless. Many people feel stuck in a good but not great life, where they are surviving and hoping something will change. Unexpected life events like job loss, health issues, or relationship problems can leave people feeling paralyzed about what to do next. High performers may achieve a lot but still feel unfulfilled, like something is missing or they are meant for more. Their identity and self-worth get too tied to results and performance. The key is developing an intentional greatness mindset by asking courageous questions about what you really want and taking action to pursue meaningful goals and a life of purpose. This book provides a plan to overcome fear and self-doubt, heal from the past, redefine your identity, set a vision for greatness, get support, take action, and ultimately celebrate yourself, not just your achievements. The journey to greatness starts from within. The goal is to live a life you find meaningful and impactful, not just successful by society's measures. It's never too late to choose a different path, but you have to make the choice to start. The author felt stuck and unfulfilled in life, but was determined to find ways to improve his situation. He took action by networking, learning new skills, and finding mentors. His mentor, Frank Agin, challenged him to write a book about using LinkedIn to network. Even though the author had no experience writing a book, he took action and wrote the book with Agin's help. This led to more opportunities and eventual success. The author defines greatness as discovering your unique gifts and talents to pursue your meaningful mission and make the maximum positive impact on the people around you. He says a key reason many people don't achieve greatness is a lack of a clear, meaningful mission or purpose. Without purpose, people feel aimless and empty. The author will provide guidance on finding your purpose, step 1, and overcoming fears and self-doubt, step 2, so you can pursue your purpose. Greatness requires embarking on a journey of self-discovery to determine your talents, purpose, and mission. Then you need courage and a plan to overcome obstacles and follow your purpose. The author has studied greatness and learned from successful people. He wants to share what he's learned to help readers pursue purpose and fulfillment. The key message is that greatness comes from discovering your unique purpose and talents, overcoming fears and obstacles, and taking action to pursue your purpose and help others. But first, you must find direction and meaning, which the author aims to help with. Here is a summary of the barriers to greatness. 1. Fear of failure. The fear of failing, making mistakes, or imperfections holds people back from pursuing their purpose and potential. This fear stems from a desire for perfection and approval that is unrealistic and prevents progress. 2. Fear of success. The fear of success is the belief that if you achieve your goals or purpose, there will be negative consequences. This irrational fear holds people back from their potential. Fear of what others think. Caring too much about the opinions and judgments of others prevents people from being authentic and pursuing their purpose. The desire for approval cripples progress. 4. Fear of self. Doubt in one's own abilities and worthiness is a significant barrier to achieving one's potential and purpose. Overcoming self-doubt and building self-belief is key. 5. Unhealed pain from the past. Emotional and psychological wounds from past events shape our present behaviors and mindsets in negative ways. Addressing past pain through therapy and personal development work is important for growth. 6. Lack of support. Trying to achieve greatness alone is very difficult. Having a strong support system of people who share your vision and values, like coaches and peers, helps motivate and sustain progress. Inaction. Knowledge and insight are not enough. Meaningful action and dedicated practice are required to build new habits and mindsets. Progress requires continually moving forward in pursuit of your purpose. To overcome these barriers, you must 1. Face your fears head-on through action and feel the fear and do it anyway. 2. Give yourself permission to pursue your purpose and potential. 3. Accept the challenges and failures that come with growth and progress. Learn from your mistakes. 4. Develop a greatness mindset of believing in yourself and your abilities. You are enough. 5. Get the support you need through coaching, therapy, mentors, and like-minded peers. 6. Take consistent action through dedicated practice and habit formation. Progress will come through continuous forward momentum. Learn to celebrate your wins, big and small. Find gratitude and joy along the journey. In summary, overcoming barriers to greatness requires courage, commitment, community, and consistency through action. The journey is challenging but rewarding. With time and practice, fear gives way to freedom and self-doubt to self-belief. But you must choose to begin. Jason Redman, a Navy SEAL, suffered severe injuries from a gunshot wound to the face in Afghanistan. The bullet entered through his ear, shattered his jaw and right eye socket, destroyed his nose, and knocked him unconscious. When he regained consciousness, he realized the extent of his injuries. His face was severely damaged and his left arm was gone. Despite the massive blood loss and pain, he survived thanks to his team and medical help. During his recovery at Bethesda Naval Hospital, doctors had to reconstruct his skull and face. They discussed amputating his right arm. The long road to recovery and the uncertainty of the outcome caused Jason a lot of anxiety and distress. One night, he overheard hospital staff talking about him, assuming he was asleep. They commented on how terrible his situation was and how he would never be the same. This made Jason realize the enormity of what had happened to him. Many people live unfulfilling lives due to fear, anxiety, past pains, and a lack of purpose or mission. This can lead to unhappiness, health issues, debt, busyness, and isolation. Almost 20% of Americans experience mental health issues. The author acknowledges having felt many of these anxieties and struggles himself. He challenges the reader to be honest in assessing their own situation in order to start improving. While life's difficulties are unavoidable, we can choose how we respond to them. Each person has the potential for greatness. Signs of living in fear and anxiety include outbursts of rage, health issues, lack of fulfillment, and self-sabotage. But we can overcome these by embracing an abundant mindset, facing our fears, and finding our life's purpose. Emotional outbursts and realities seem to come out of nowhere, triggered by unknown causes. They often stem from past trauma or pain. How a person responds to life's challenges depends on what's inside of them. If they have peace and patience inside, that will come out. If they have anger and stress inside, that will come out. The author used to have a lot of fear and anger inside, and it would come out when provoked. But after a healing journey, the author moved to a place of peace and contentment. The author built a successful 7-figure business, but realized he wasn't using his inner genius and wanted to make a change, despite its success. He ended the business partnership, though not in the healthiest way, due to lack of communication skills. After a journey of self-discovery, the author was able to express gratitude for his former partner and what they built. Jason Redman chose a positive mindset after a severe injury and posted a sign on his hospital door declaring his resolve. His choice to be resilient and optimistic inspired many others. Resiliency is built through facing challenges. A meaningful life requires embracing challenges and seeking self-discovery. Without that, people can feel unfulfilled, like victims, or become bitter. The happiest people devote themselves to something greater than themselves. People should assess themselves in 3 areas of life: business, work purpose, relationships, personal connections, and wellness, health growth. Focusing on improving all 3 leads to greatness. Here is a summary of the scores. Business and career 132438465, total 26 GPA. Relationships 172434653, total GPA 5.6. Wellness 152633, for total 20 GPA 4. Overall GPA 5.4393. According to the scale, an overall GPA of 4.93 puts you in the accelerating category. You seem to be doing reasonably well in your business, career, and relationships, but could improve in the area of wellness. An intentional plan to better your health and well-being over the next few years may help increase your overall life satisfaction and progress. Please let me know if you have any other questions. The author was stuck in traffic and feeling stuck in life. He realized many others likely felt the same. He came up with the idea for a podcast called The School of Greatness to help people live more meaningful lives. A meaningful mission must be personal to you. It has to resonate with you, not imposed by others. It involves determining what you really want. A mission is more significant than a casual outing or trip. It calls you to attempt something greater than yourself. It requires determination and can remake you into something better. The author's mission is to serve 100 million lives weekly by helping them improve their lives and overcome obstacles. The podcast and other platforms are the mechanisms to achieve that mission. Your mission may evolve as you grow and change. The mechanism may change, but your passion to make an impact will remain. Clarity of purpose serves as your North Star. When aligned with your mission, you can live an intentional life. Consider what mechanism resonates with you to achieve your mission. It may change over time. Find your passion. Discover what excites and energizes you. This could be a cause you care deeply about, a hobby you can't stop thinking about, or work you find meaningful. Your passion is where your heart is. Identify your strengths. Determine what you're uniquely good at or wired to do well. This could be skills, talents, or character strengths. Your strengths give you power to contribute. Solve a problem. Look for ways to apply your passion and strengths to meet a need or solve a problem that resonates with you. This could be on a small scale in your local community or on a bigger scale. Solving problems that align with your passion and strengths will fuel your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Develop a plan. Figure out a mechanism or series of steps to apply your passion and strengths to solving the problem. This may start small and build over time. The key is taking action, even if imperfect. You can adapt as needed. Impact others. Choose a mission that serves and benefits other people in a meaningful way. Don't focus solely on money, fame, or personal gain. Instead, pursue work that contributes value to the world. Refine and improve. Continue evaluating how best to achieve your mission and make a positive impact. Look for ways to expand your reach and increase your effectiveness. Making a difference is a lifelong pursuit. The key takeaway is that you have the power to choose work you find personally meaningful by identifying your passion, strengths, and a problem you care about solving. Then take action, start small, and build from there. A meaningful mission is one that positively impacts others, not just yourself. Money and fame may follow, but the real fulfillment comes from the work itself. Follow your passions and talents to find fulfillment. Examine what you loved and dreamed of as a child to rediscover your passions. List 7 things you love to do now and look for common themes. Compare lists to identify your passions. Discover your strengths and skills. Some are natural, based on your personality, while others are learned through experience. Think about what you're good at, including hidden talents that feel normal to you. These could be keys to greatness. Look for the sweet spot where your passions and talents intersect. This is where you can thrive and achieve excellence. Ignoring it leads to lack of fulfillment and wasted potential. Find work or activities in this spot. Take small steps toward your sweet spot. Don't overhaul your life right away. Do research, start a website, take a class to build skills. Remove barriers like fear and lack of training. Keep making progress, however small. Say yes to opportunities that align with your sweet spot and no to those that don't. Make choices that support your journey to greatness and fulfillment. Craft your legacy and growth path. Write your own obituary and eulogy to clarify what you want to achieve in life and the impact you want to make. Use this to set milestones and guide your journey. With hard work and persistence, you can achieve great things by following your passions and talents. Do it for yourself and to make an impact on others. Here is a summary of the key points around overcoming the fear of failure. Redefine failure. Failure is not trying, not achieving a desired outcome. Once you redefine failure this way, life opens up. Embrace failure as part of the journey. Failure is necessary to move forward, try new things, get better and stronger. Failure isn't something to be shunned, but is a critical part of life. Failure can motivate. The fear of failure, when channeled properly, can motivate persistence, build resourcefulness, and fuel innovation. Break up with your fears. We are in relationships with our fears, and we need to break up with them, especially the fear of failure. The fear of failure is common but inhibits purpose. Most people fear failure, but that fear holds many back from pursuing their meaningful mission. Focus on your purpose, not what might go wrong. Failure is part of practice and learning. See failure as part of the journey to success, as necessary practice and learning to improve and achieve your goals. No one expects perfection when learning. Reframe self-doubt. Self-doubt comes from one of 3 fears: fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment. Address the underlying fears to overcome self-doubt. Failure and fear are a normal part of being human. Everyone experiences them. Repeated exposure to your fears can help reduce them. For example, frequently public speaking can help overcome a fear of public speaking. It's important to shift your mindset from fearing failure to learning from it. Failure teaches you your limits and shows you what you can improve. It helps you grow. Success comes from persevering through failure, not avoiding it. Keep practicing and trying, even after facing setbacks. For example, it took weeks of practice for Dan Millman to learn to ride a unicycle proficiently. Failure provides an opportunity to reflect on what you can do differently next time. For example, Robert Greene learned from the failure of a book project to focus more on his own thoughts rather than collaborating, and his next book was a success. Even successful people fail and struggle at times. For example, early in his career, Ryan Serhant had a client who told him he was the worst real estate agent ever. But he learned from his mistakes, resolved to do better, and went on to have a very successful career. Fear of failure often holds us back from achieving our potential. You have to accept that you will sometimes fail or struggle in pursuit of your goals. But you can choose to learn from those experiences rather than being defeated by them. The key is maintaining a growth mindset. View failures and setbacks as temporary rather than permanent. Have faith in your ability to improve and do better next time. With practice and persistence, mastery is possible. Jamie Kern Lima loved the beauty industry from a young age but struggled to meet the unrealistic standards of beauty portrayed in media. She landed her dream job as a news anchor but developed rosacea, a skin condition that caused red bumps on her face. The cosmetics she tried could not mask it. This setback proved to be a setup for her future success. She realized there were no cosmetic products that met her needs or featured models with her condition. She left her job as an anchor to start a business creating cosmetics for people with rosacea and other skin conditions. Her company, IT Cosmetics, was later acquired for $1.2 billion, making her the first female CEO in L'Oreal's history. Her story shows that what seems like a failure or barrier to success can actually be an opportunity if viewed from a growth mindset. By embracing her struggle with rosacea and using it to motivate her vision, she achieved tremendous success. The summary suggests the key message is, don't fear failure or barriers. See them as potential for growth and vision. Have a growth mindset. Success is often found in places that first appear to be failures or dead ends. Jamie Kern Lima struggled with rosacea, a skin condition that caused redness and irritation. She couldn't find cosmetics that didn't irritate her skin, so she developed her own called IT Cosmetics. Despite proven effectiveness, major beauty retailers rejected her product. She persevered and pitched to investors, but faced rejection and criticism over her appearance. This fueled her motivation to challenge beauty standards and create a brand for all people. She worked tirelessly for 10 years, facing many challenges, but found success. The success was unsustainable, leaving her working 100-hour weeks and rarely seeing friends or family. L'Oreal offered to buy IT Cosmetics for $1.2 billion. Jamie had to choose between accepting the offer or going public to maintain control. She chose to sell the company and step down as CEO, achieving a better work-life balance. She went from underestimated to unstoppable, writing a best-selling book about her journey. Success often brings new fears, like fear of failure or fear of not sustaining success, but you can't let fear hold you back. Jamie's belief in her mission kept her going through self-doubt. Success isn't the end goal. You need to pace yourself for long-term success. Sometimes success means closing one chapter to start a new, uncomfortable one. Dr. Phil shared how he shifted gears in his career, closing successful practices when they no longer fulfilled him. He started a trial consulting firm, finding success again, but left after 15 years feeling stuck. This allowed him to create the Dr. Phil Show. Greatness means changing your definition of success as needed to pursue your mission. Success is a process, not an endpoint. You must grow into your potential while accepting yourself as you are. Small steps over time lead to greatness. Jamie's story shows how facing fears, learning from failures and setbacks, and persisting can turn underestimation into unstoppable belief in yourself. With hard work and the right mindset, you can achieve your dreams. The fear of judgment by others is one of the biggest fears people struggle with. This fear can hold us back from pursuing our dreams and living authentically. Lewis acknowledges that he struggled a lot with fear of judgment, especially in his intimate relationships. He wanted to please others and was afraid of disappointing them or making them angry. This led him to compromise his own boundaries and values to keep the peace. He realized this lack of integrity and authenticity was diminishing his confidence and preventing him from living at his full potential. In difficult moments like breakups or job losses, the ego tells us we are not enough and amplifies our fears of failure, success, and judgment. But with time and hindsight, we can gain perspective and realize these moments are not as catastrophic as they feel. We have to stop seeking approval and accept that we cannot control how others view us. The keys to overcoming fear of judgment are: 1. Accept that you cannot control how others view you. You will not please everyone, so focus on living according to your values. 2. Do not seek approval from others. Do not let their judgments define your self-worth. 3. Have confidence in yourself and your choices. Do not doubt yourself just because others criticize you. 4. Do not be afraid to set boundaries. Compromising your boundaries to please others leads to lack of integrity and authenticity. 5. Gain perspective. With time, difficult moments will not seem as significant. Do not let fear of judgment keep you from moving forward. 6. Focus on your meaningful mission. Pursue your purpose, and do not let fear of criticism hold you back. The ultimate solution is to avoid being a people pleaser and stay true to yourself. Do not let fear of judgment prevent you from living authentically. Have confidence in yourself and your decisions, set appropriate boundaries, and keep the big picture in mind. Don't let other people's opinions and judgments define you or hold you back. Their criticisms say more about them than about you. Worrying too much about what others think leads to anxiety and insecurity. It causes you to give false yeses to please others instead of living authentically. People will judge you no matter what you do, so you might as well pursue your dreams and do what you love. You can't control what others say about you. You can only control your reaction. Our brains tend to imagine the worst about what others might be thinking. But the reality is we usually have no idea. Their perceptions are often more ridiculous than we realize. Everyone has critics, especially those pursuing greatness. Successful people learn to tune out negativity and stay focused on their goals. Don't waste emotional energy on things that don't matter, like trying to please your critics. Save your energy for pursuing your dreams. Your journey is yours alone. Don't rely on the validation of others or let their opinions determine how your journey unfolds. Learn from your experiences and use them to become stronger and develop more humility. Then move on to the next thing, and people will either move on with you or move out of your life. Bad days for the ego are good for growth. Sometimes you need to purge ego attachments and limiting beliefs to free yourself of invisible chains forged by the judgments of others. Does this summary capture the key insights and lessons from the experience discussed? Let me know if you would like me to clarify or expand on any part of the summary. The author's father did not celebrate birthdays because he did not want his son to feel limited by his age or experience. He wanted his son to always feel capable of achieving his dreams. Self-doubt is the biggest dream killer. Prevents people from even trying to achieve their goals or pursue their missions. The author saw this in 8th grade when a talented basketball player lacked confidence and crumbled under pressure. Talent is useless without belief in yourself. Many people feel they are not enough in some way. Too young, too old, unqualified, have too many responsibilities, but you are enough. Positivity and self-confidence do not come naturally to most. The author's friend Joel Osteen says, "You will never achieve more than you believe you can." You must envision yourself succeeding. There are 2 types of self-doubt: doubt in your abilities and doubt in your self-worth. Many people feel they do not deserve success or happiness. Dan Millman's "Yes, Thank You" practice helps overcome this. When opportunities arise, say yes, thank you to acknowledge you deserve them. You deserve goodness and success as much as anyone. Practice self-kindness. Ask how much goodness you can stand each day. Build up your ability to accept good things until you believe you deserve greatness. Show gratitude for the progress you make each day. Forgive yourself for mistakes and imperfections. See them as evidence you are still learning and growing. The path to greatness is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, but stay focused on progress, not perfection. Learn from failures and mistakes instead of dwelling on them. Greatness comes by continually improving. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Do not let self-doubt hold you back from the greatness you were meant for. You have everything within you already to fulfill your mission. The key message is that we don't appreciate ourselves enough for our small wins and successes. We should be grateful to ourselves when we show up and put in the work to achieve our goals, overcome challenges, and push past our fears and insecurities. Some practical tips to build self-confidence and overcome self-doubt. 1. Practice self-appreciation. Express gratitude to yourself twice a day for your achievements and growth. This helps you recognize your own worth and value. 2. Focus on your own journey and progress. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to your past self to see how far you've come. Set new goals to keep improving from a place of self-love, not self-criticism. 3. Surround yourself with a supportive community. Help others in areas you feel confident in and let them help strengthen your weaknesses. This boosts your own confidence and appreciation for what you're good at. 4. Remove the debate and just do the work. Make a habit or system to push past doubts and fears. Once something becomes a habit, it won't seem as scary or impossible anymore. The more you do it, the more your confidence will grow. 5. Be your own best coach, not your own worst critic. Speak to yourself with encouragement and care. Call yourself out from a place of love, not fear or embarrassment. Believe in your ability to learn and grow. The key is to realize you are enough as you are, but you are always still learning and improving. Appreciate how far you've come and use that as motivation to achieve more. Surround yourself with support and turn self-doubt into action by just doing the work. In this way, you can become a self-maker rather than remaining a self-saboteur. To overcome your fears and insecurities, accept yourself as a work in progress. You are enough, and you are constantly improving. Engage in activities to convert your fears into fuel for your journey to greatness. Identify your fears and limiting beliefs. Write them down to make them feel more concrete and less intimidating. Then reframe them into if-then statements to understand their true causes. Flip the script by reframing these fears into abundance mindsets. For example, reframe fear of public speaking into, I know I have a message that can help others. With practice, I can become a confident public speaker. Use the magic minimization formula to overcome worries. Analyze your worries and worst-case scenarios. Accept these worst outcomes. Then figure out how to improve and minimize the consequences. For example, accept the possibility of job loss. Then build an emergency fund and connections that could lead to new job opportunities. Doing the work to overcome self-doubt and reframe your mindset is how you can become your own most powerful coach. Put in the effort to gain the confidence and resilience required for your journey to greatness. Acknowledge your negative thought loops and write them down. These are likely leftovers from past experiences and are often exaggerated. Challenge the hyperbole and drama in these thoughts by asking critical questions. For example, do these thoughts really happen always or every time? Has the worst really happened in the past? Have you survived and learned from similar situations before? Create confidence statements to counter the negative thoughts. Speak these aloud while looking at yourself in a mirror. Using your own name helps create distance from the negative thoughts. Find a photo of yourself and talk to it like you would a friend when the negative thoughts arise. Reassure yourself that you can handle the situation. This helps soften the power of the negative thoughts. Engage with your fears instead of avoiding them. Sit with them by visualizing the scenarios that provoke them. Note how your body feels and use deep breathing to manage the discomfort. Picture overcoming the fear and the good feelings that result. This helps decrease the fear over time through exposure and visualization. The key is turning unconscious negative chatter into conscious thoughts, claiming confidence, and facing fears in small steps. This leads to overcoming insecurities and greater happiness. While fear is a natural human emotion, we can learn to manage fearful thoughts and visualize triumph over them. In summary, we can coach ourselves to overcome negative self-talk and fear through several techniques. confronting exaggerated thoughts, speaking confidence, visualization, and exposure to fears in a controlled way. Making the unconscious conscious and facing fear leads to freedom from limitations. Here is a summary of the steps. 1. Understand your triggers for anxiety. Write down 3 to 5 known triggers, a recent memory that caused anxiety, and how that memory made you feel. Sit with those feelings. This helps build resilience. 2. Remember joyful memories. Write down 5 cheerful memories in detail. Include smells associated with each memory. Write down how those memories made you feel. This helps cultivate positive feelings. 3. Practice joy conditioning. When a trigger causes anxiety, shift your focus to a joyful memory. Relive the sights, sounds, smells, and feelings of that memory. This reframes your mindset and eases anxiety. 4. Create an emergency joy kit. Have items on hand that evoke positive memories, like photos, mementos, essential oils, music, etc. Use these when anxiety strikes to activate joyful memories and the good feelings that come with them. 5. Share your joy with others. Telling others about joyful memories helps strengthen them in your own mind. Ask others to share their joyful memories with you. This spreads more positivity and motivation. The key steps are understanding your anxiety, remembering joy, conditioning your response to anxiety by shifting to joy, having reminders of joy on hand, and sharing joy with others. By retraining your mind and responses, you can ease anxiety and build resilience. The exercise helps you better manage difficult emotions and maintain motivation and optimism. Does this summary cover the main points from the exercise? Let me know if you would like me to clarify or expand on any part of the summary. Unhealed trauma from our past, especially childhood trauma, directs our future and perpetuates unhealthy cycles. We have to heal our inner child to stop these cycles. The author realized that in several past relationships, his partners refused couples therapy. He later learned this is common for narcissists who prefer to blame others rather than face their own issues. The author recognized that in these relationships, his own unhealed trauma and past coping mechanisms caused him to stay in unhealthy relationships. He would sacrifice his needs to please others and fix them. The author's childhood included fearing his father's temper, witnessing his mother give up her needs for peace, sexual abuse, bullying, and family trauma. This caused constant feelings of not being enough. The author used athletics and achievement to cope with these feelings, but it did not address the root issues. Healing his inner child was necessary to find inner peace. Most people have unhealed trauma and an inner child with unmet needs that drives unhealthy habits. We must reconnect with this inner child and meet their needs to move on from these habits. Healing involves acknowledging the past, realizing we can now meet our own needs, and telling our inner child that those old coping mechanisms or reactions are not who we are anymore. It is an ongoing process. Accepting our past, giving our inner child what they needed, and setting boundaries are all part of the healing work required to become our authentic self. This allows us to respond in a healthy way rather than reacting emotionally. Though the past cannot be changed, we can change how we relate to it and not let it control us. We can turn our pain into wisdom. Unaddressed past trauma can negatively impact your life and hold you back in many ways. This includes developing unhealthy coping mechanisms and victim consciousness. To move forward, you need to heal from past trauma by setting healthy boundaries, aligning with your meaningful purpose, and embracing a positive mindset. This involves being your own compassionate coach rather than self-critic. There are 2 main mindsets: positive, beautiful state, compassionate, and negative, suffering state, fear-based. The positive mindset allows you to make conscious decisions aligned with your values. The negative mindset causes reactive behavior and hinders progress. Healing trauma and choosing a positive mindset require intentional effort and action. Some recommendations for healing include: 1. Identify your coping mechanisms, both healthy and unhealthy. Work to reduce unhealthy mechanisms. 2. Practice self-care through good sleep, nutrition, exercise, and meditation or mindfulness. This helps cultivate awareness and manage emotions. 3. Reflect on how your past experiences influence your current thoughts and behaviors. Then, reframe your perspective to one of growth and empowerment. 4. Set boundaries to protect your well-being. Let go of unhealthy relationships and choose a circle of people who support your meaningful purpose. 5. Develop an empowering inner voice. Speak to yourself with compassion and encouragement. Celebrate wins and see setbacks as temporary rather than defining. 6. Define your core values and meaningful purpose to give direction. Take action each day to progress toward your purpose. Find fulfillment through contribution. 7. Learn to regulate emotions and stay calm under stress or triggers. Respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. See adversity as temporary obstacles to overcome. 8. Practice gratitude and appreciation each day. Maintain an abundant mindset. In summary, choose to be your own compassionate coach. Learn from your past, but do not be defined by it. Take intentional action each day to cultivate inner peace, heal trauma, and progress toward your meaningful purpose. By doing so, you open yourself to embracing a limitless mindset. Here is a summary of the exercise. The exercise asks you to identify your coping mechanisms or numbing devices that you use to avoid dealing with pain or trauma. These could include things like alcohol, drugs, porn, binge eating, etc. The exercise then asks you to examine what you gain from using these coping mechanisms. For example, drinking may help you relax and laugh more easily. Smoking weed may help you sleep. The next step is to consider whether these coping mechanisms serve your highest self or help you achieve your meaningful life mission. Usually they do not. The exercise then shifts to helping you become aware of your triggers and bodily reactions to those triggers. You identify situations that make you angry, anxious, sad, reactive, etc. You then note how your body responds in those situations, e.g., clenching your fists, feeling panicky, raising your voice. The goal is to bring these reactions from the unconscious into the conscious. Finally, the exercise asks you to commit to new patterns of response when you are triggered. For example, taking a break when you start to feel panicky or apologizing when you raise your voice. The overall goal is not to eliminate triggers, but to understand them and respond in a healthier way. Healing from trauma and developing self-awareness is a journey that takes time and patience. The summary highlights the major steps in the exercise. 1. Identify your coping mechanisms or numbing devices. 2. Examine what you gain from these mechanisms. 3. Consider whether they serve your highest self. 4. Become aware of your triggers and bodily reactions. 5. Commit to new, healthier patterns of response when triggered. 6. Understand that healing and self-awareness are a journey that takes time. Does this summary accurately reflect the key points and steps in the exercise? Let me know if you would like me to clarify or expand on any part of the summary. To heal from past trauma, you must identify its origin, the specific painful memories and events that still trigger negative reactions in you. Write down those memories and events. Then, write letters to your younger self, giving your past self compassion and asking what they need to let go of the pain. Finally, commit to facing your trauma instead of running from it. Accept that it happened, though it was unfair, and work to heal from it. A key part of healing and growth is determining your own identity instead of letting others define you. Don't feel pressure to choose between different parts of who you are. Embrace all aspects of your identity. Be wary of committing to a single identity before exploring other options, as that can limit you. Also, avoid compromising your values to conform to a group. To live out your purpose, see yourself clearly. Identify how you view yourself, your self-perceptions and beliefs. Challenge negative beliefs and build a strong positive self-image based on your values and strengths. Surround yourself with others who share your values and support you. And define your own measures of success rather than chasing what society promotes. Pursue goals that align with your vision for impacting the world. In summary, do the inner work to determine who you really are and want to become. Then build self-confidence from that place of clarity and purpose. With self-awareness and conviction in your identity, you can achieve great things. To craft your identity, you may need to reject some old parts of yourself and visualize the new you that you want to become. Successful people try on multiple identities and switch between them. They explore different roles to find what feels right for them. Sometimes this means letting go of old identities that no longer serve them. Your identity is shaped by the stories you tell yourself about yourself. There are 4 main characters in these stories: the victim, the villain, the hero, and the guide. The victim believes they are helpless and waits to be rescued. The villain makes others feel small to gain power. The hero faces challenges and transforms to overcome them. The guide helps others on their journey. You choose the role you play, and that shapes your identity. To build a new identity, 1. Take inventory of your current self. Rate yourself on statements about your happiness with your identity, desire for growth and abundance, need to change habits, etc. This gives you awareness of where you are starting from. 2. Write a meaningful mission manifesto. Identify behaviors you want to change, new behaviors and activities you want to adopt, ways you want to help others, and characteristics of your ideal self. This helps give you a concrete vision of the person you want to become. Your identity will evolve over time. Be open to trying on new roles and making incremental changes to become the person you envision. Know that you are enough as you are, but also becoming more. It's not either or, but both and. Focus on appreciating where you are and where you are going. Build an identity that supports the purpose and mission that are meaningful to you. Here is a summary of the steps. Meaningful mission manifesto. I, your name, am committed to ending behaviors that are inconsistent with who I want to become. I will stop harmful habits and thoughts. I will no longer waste time on unfulfilling activities. Instead, I will new positive habits and actions because I want to, your meaningful mission and purpose. I will spend time becoming the person you aspire to be. When I move through the world, aligned with my truest self, I can achieve my meaningful mission, help others, and create opportunities. Replace your negative thoughts. Identify chronic negative thoughts and feelings. Ask if the thought supports an abundance identity. Reframe the thought with an abundance mindset. Celebrate you. You are worthy, deserve a big life, matter, and are a gift. Make a list of what you love about yourself. Reflect on how these can apply to your meaningful mission and abundance identity. Write a letter from your future self. Imagine your future self, a few years from now, writing a letter to you now. Thank yourself for the work you've done. Say you're proud of overcoming obstacles and adversity. Encourage yourself to stay the course. Mention the routines and actions that build your new identity. Celebrate supporting your meaningful mission. You are the one. You are the only one who can give yourself what you want. Accept yourself. Celebrate your work. Reprogram negative thoughts. Stay committed to the daily actions that build your identity. This process helps you build a strong, positive identity aligned with your highest purpose. By replacing negative thoughts, celebrating yourself, and encouraging your future self, you move closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Staying committed to this work, you can achieve great things. You've got this. Keep going. Change happens gradually in ourselves, but seems sudden in others. Pursuing greatness requires change through healing the past and developing a new identity. Mindset consists of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. These are interconnected and influence each other. Your emotions can cause you to dwell in the past, which then affects your present behaviors and limits your future growth. Emotions impact behaviors. You can't control events, but you can manage your mindset. Greatness comes from managing your mindset, not necessarily gaining money or fame. It means thriving despite circumstances. Your thoughts and beliefs drive your feelings and behaviors. Change your thoughts and beliefs, and your feelings and behaviors will follow. The mindset in motion cycle involves awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, challenging any negative or limiting ones, and replacing them with more positive and empowering ones. Repeat this cycle continually. Staying stuck in negative mindsets leads to negative outcomes, but shifting to more positive mindsets leads to better outcomes and opportunities. You have the power to direct your mindset. Does this help summarize the key ideas? Let me know if you would like me to clarify or expand on any part of the summary. Thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are connected in a cycle. Positive or negative experiences trigger emotions, which lead to thoughts, and these thoughts drive our actions. To have mental peace and growth, you need to manage this cycle well. The key is to cultivate positive thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Thoughts are the language of the brain, and feelings are the language of the body. Negative or painful thoughts from the past can affect how you feel and act now. The challenge is to change negative thought patterns. You don't have control over thoughts that pop up spontaneously, but you can choose how to engage with them. You can reject negative thoughts and accept positive ones that align with who you want to become. Establish a thought bouncer to let in good thoughts and keep out bad ones. Train your mind to work for you, not against you. Access your reticular activating system, or RAS, to focus your mind on positive thoughts. Surround yourself with positive messages and images. Read books, listen to podcasts, and follow people who uplift and inspire you. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Observe your thoughts with curiosity and detachment. Don't believe everything you think. Many thoughts are distortions or illusions. Challenge negative thoughts and reframe them into more constructive ones. Take a balanced and solution-focused approach. Acknowledge problems, but then shift your mind to solutions and optimism. Make the best of situations rather than complaining. Practice mindfulness to increase awareness and gain perspective over your thoughts. Breathe, pause, and allow thoughts to settle. Focus on the present rather than ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. Take care of yourself through good sleep, nutrition, exercise, and downtime. Your physical state affects your mindset and vice versa. Healthy body, healthy mind. Here's a summary of the key points. Our reticular activating system, or RAS, acts as a filter for our brain, only letting in about 1% of the information we perceive. It tends to let in things that are familiar, threatening, or important to us. We can train our RAS by focusing on positive thoughts and things that are important to us. This can help reprogram our mindset and identity. Strategies like giving yourself a high five in the mirror and choosing positive thoughts over negative ones can help. Our feelings and emotions are frequently connected to events in our past or worries about the future. But we can only directly influence the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, we gain clarity and control over our feelings. It's common to get emotionally stiff, stuck, and stunted. We may bottle up our feelings, brood over them, or remain stuck in negative thought patterns. This impacts our well-being and ability to grow. We can cultivate emotional agility by first noticing when we're bottling or brooding. Then we can breathe through the feelings, say an affirmation, and look for the lesson or message in them. This helps us feel them fully, but not remain stuck. Feelings often serve a purpose and contain an important message. We should pay attention to them, but not let them become our master. Staying focused on the present moment gives us the power to navigate them. Choosing our thoughts, releasing negative patterns, and focusing on personal growth are skills that get better with practice. But they allow us to build confidence from the inside out. Physical fear warns us of danger and helps keep us safe. Listen to it and avoid harm. Subjective fear holds us back from growth and progress. Push through it. Emotions are data providing information, not directives telling us what to do. Examine the source and meaning of your emotions before acting on them. Feelings come and go. Don't make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. Pause and reflect before committing to action. Behavior change leads to identity change. Decide who you want to become and what that person's behaviors are. Act accordingly, and your identity will follow. Tell yourself stories that align with your chosen identity. Describe yourself in a way that empowers your goals and actions. Restrictive behaviors limit your growth. Identify and replace them with reinforcing behaviors that strengthen your new identity. Lean into your purpose and passion. Choose to fully engage in the present moment and what you are doing. Your passion can fuel your purpose. Accept your authentic self. Release the need to prove yourself or meet others' expectations. Have confidence in who you really are. Align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your purpose and the person you want to become. Continually course correct as needed. Progress, not perfection. That covers the key highlights from the summary on navigating emotions, changing behavior, and shaping your identity. The ultimate goal is having a clear vision of your purpose and taking consistent action toward becoming the person who fulfills that purpose. Listen to fear when it protects you, but not when it holds you back. Accept all of your emotions as information, but don't let them dictate your path. Stay focused on your chosen direction, and your identity will follow. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you'll get there. Our behaviors reflect our identity and sense of purpose. Even if we don't feel different, our actions show what we believe about ourselves. To build an abundance identity and pursue your meaningful mission. 1. Stop and breathe to calm your nervous system when faced with strong emotions or difficult decisions. Observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. 2. Reflect on your feelings and thoughts by asking questions to understand them better. See yourself as a curious outsider. Evaluate without reacting or suppressing. 3. Fill out the abundance matrix to determine which thoughts and feelings support an abundance identity and meaningful mission, upper left, are important but neutral, upper right, lead to abundance but aren't crucial, lower left, should be let go of, lower right. 4. Make decisions and take action based on what's in the upper left, upper right, and lower left quadrants of the matrix. Let go of what's in the lower right. 5. Reflect daily on how you handled your thoughts and guarded your mental home. Be your own coach. Collect data and provide feedback to improve. Move from a powerless mindset to a greatness mindset. 6. Go through the transformation zone. Gain awareness of limiting patterns, decide and commit to change, and follow a game plan. Though challenging, the outcome is freedom and potential. 7. Use the game plan for greatness. The 7 steps to guide you in pursuing your meaningful mission. Start with step 1 and go in order. The key is to build self-awareness, make conscious choices, take action despite difficulties, and persist. An abundance mindset and purposeful behaviors will follow. Here is a summary of the key steps. 1. Ask courageous questions to uncover your passion and purpose. Questions like, if you were 100% authentic to who you are, what would you do differently? If you absolutely had to double your goal in 30 days, what would be your first 3 moves? What would be possible for you if you could achieve your goal, dream, mission? What would it feel like if you could achieve your goal, dream, mission? If you won the lottery today, what would you do next? 2. Identify your meaningful mission by exploring how to use your gifts and passions to serve others. 3. Develop an action plan with deadlines and accountability. Start with small imperfect actions and build momentum. 4. Build your confidence by focusing on progress, not perfection. Learn from failures and make adjustments. 5. Surround yourself with a community of supporters who share your mindset and values. They can help encourage you and hold you accountable. 6. Review and renew your plan regularly. Continually ask courageous questions and make adjustments as needed to keep progressing. The key is to start now and keep taking action. Have a bias for progress over perfection. Learn and improve along the way. With the right mindset and perseverance, you can achieve great things. Roger is a financial advisor who struggled to earn more than $80,000 per year. He wanted to work with wealthier clients, but was stuck. Lewis offered Roger referrals, but they weren't high net worth individuals. A 19-year-old lottery winner reached out to Lewis after winning hundreds of millions of dollars. Lewis warned him about the challenges of winning the lottery and offered support. The lottery winner took Lewis up on the offer. Lewis suggested the winner speak to Roger and other advisors. Roger agreed to speak with the winner without pushing a sale. This was a big opportunity for Roger to work with an ultra-high net worth client, which could transform his business. But Roger had to give himself permission to work with someone so wealthy. Roger had to overcome his limiting beliefs that he wasn't experienced or qualified enough to advise someone with that level of wealth. With Lewis's encouragement, Roger gave himself permission to help the client. The calls went well. Roger focused on education and support. The client ended up becoming one of Roger's first high net worth clients, leading to more. Roger's income tripled in a year. The key lesson is that you have to give yourself permission to achieve your goals and overcome self-doubt. You have to believe in yourself and your abilities. Stay focused on adding value and success will follow. Does this summary accurately reflect the key details and lessons from the story? Let me know if you would like me to clarify or expand the summary in any way. The author was excited to tell his friend Roger that he had found him a multi-million-dollar client. However, Roger said he did not feel ready to take on such a big client. The author was annoyed with Roger because this was an opportunity Roger had wanted for a long time, but now he was unwilling to take it due to self-doubt and fear. Roger eventually decided to take on the client with the help of another firm that would get 50% of the commission. This helped Roger gain confidence And after a couple years, Roger was able to manage the client and other big clients on his own, earning 100% of the commissions. The author says Roger gave himself partial permission to succeed by bringing on a partner, even though he did not fully trust in himself yet. The author says we often look for permission from others instead of giving it to ourselves. There are 3 types of permission we need to give ourselves. 1, permission to become our ideal self. Lacking this can lead to jealousy and insecurity. We have to pick ourselves instead of waiting to be picked by someone else. 2, permission to say no. We have to be willing to say no to some things so we can fully commit to the important things. Without this, we end up with diluted focus and diluted results. 3, permission to show emotion. We have to allow ourselves to feel the full range of emotions, even the uncomfortable ones, in order to heal from past wounds. Avoiding these emotions leads to unhealthy coping behaviors and addictions. The guiding principle is to be proactive instead of reactive. Proactive people recognize what they can control and take responsibility for their lives. They live intentionally and use their time in a way that creates more time. Success requires giving ourselves permission to adapt as needed in pursuing our goals. The scenario describes a tense situation where you have one final year to achieve a goal or else face serious consequences. You're tasked with coming up with a realistic and convincing plan to achieve the goal within the year. The scenario is exaggerated, but illustrates the importance of not wasting time and going after goals that are important to you. The real stakes are losing the kind of life you want. Exercise 1 has you choose a goal and draft a detailed plan to achieve it. The exercise helps put your time and priorities into perspective. Exercise 2 has you identify self-doubts and criticisms preventing you from achieving a goal, then craft permission statements to overcome them. For example, giving yourself permission to act imperfectly or feel a certain way. Overcoming self-doubt is key to progress. The author shares stories of pushing through discomfort and self-doubt to achieve goals like public speaking, salsa dancing, and learning Spanish. Meeting challenges and dwelling in discomfort while giving yourself permission to feel uncomfortable is key to growth. Approaching challenges and networking with a playful, curious attitude can make discomfort fun and lead to opportunities. The author got the chance to speak at an expensive event and interview Tim Ferriss by pitching a virtual book tour idea, despite not having written a book yet. He dared to ask what it would take to make the impossible possible. In summary, accepting challenges, going all in, giving yourself permission to feel discomfort, and maintaining a playful attitude can open up opportunities and help you achieve what seems out of reach. Facing fears leads to progress and growth. The author loves taking on challenges and facing his fears head-on. He believes that overcoming challenges builds confidence and helps one achieve their goals. Some of the challenges he has undertaken include talking to women daily as a teen, salsa dancing despite fear of rejection, public speaking, and writing a book. The author says procrastination stems from self-criticism and the desire to avoid discomfort. However, some discomfort is inevitable, so it is best to face it head-on through challenges. Challenges help build momentum and lead to change. They also give life consistency and encourage self-reflection. The author recommends always having 2 challenges, one you are currently undertaking and one lined up next. Some tips for facing challenges include: harness the fresh start effect by intentionally creating fresh starts to reevaluate goals. Use the 20-second rule to make challenges easier or harder by controlling the amount of energy required. For example, make unhealthy habits harder and healthy habits easier. Go all in on challenges despite fear or discomfort. Give yourself permission to take imperfect action. Reframe challenges as fun rather than difficult. Set a plan to keep things enjoyable. Ask, what would it take to achieve an impossible goal? Give yourself permission to dream big. Then make a plan to go after it. Always have a next challenge lined up to avoid slipping into old habits after completing one. Challenges build consistency. The key to overcoming fears and achieving the impossible is self-assessment, dreaming big, and taking action through challenges. Face discomfort now to avoid greater pain later. Challenges lead to confidence, growth, and ultimately achieving one's mission. Here are the key steps I would take to make my impossible dream possible. 1. Define my goal and turn it into an inspiring vision. My goal would be to qualify for and compete in the Olympics in the sport of team handball. I would visualize what it would feel like to represent my country on the world stage and win a medal. This vision would fuel my motivation and determination. 2. Do extensive research on what it will take to achieve this goal. I would learn everything I could about team handball, the qualification process, the level of competition, training requirements, cost, time commitment, etc. I need to go in with realistic expectations. 3. Build a long-term plan with benchmarks and timelines. Qualifying for the Olympics typically takes years of training, competition, and improving skills and rankings. I would map out a multi-year plan with the steps required each year to keep progressing. 4. Start practicing and training immediately. Even though I have never played team handball before, I need to start putting in the work right away to build up my skills and experience. I would find a local club team to join and commit to consistent practice and training. 5. Compete at every opportunity. The only way to improve and gain valuable experience is by competing in actual games and tournaments as much as possible, even at a beginner level. Over time, as my skills improve, I can compete at higher levels. 6. Seek out coaches and mentors. I would find experienced coaches to help train me in team handball skills and techniques. I would also look for mentors who have pursued and achieved Olympic dreams, even in other sports, to gain knowledge and advice. 7. Promote the sport and build awareness. To increase my chances of qualifying, I need to help raise the profile and competitiveness of team handball in my country. I can start youth programs, give clinics, work with my local club to promote the sport, and lobby my national sports organizations for more support. 8. Never give up on my dream. Achieving an Olympic dream will require an extraordinary amount of dedication, hard work, and perseverance over many years. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and failures, but I must maintain my vision and motivation to keep progressing, learning, and improving to make it a reality. The key is taking initiative and action right now by joining a local team handball club and starting training. From there, I can build up my experience, skills, and knowledge over time through diligent work and persistence to get closer to achieving my impossible dream. The time will pass anyway, so I might as well start now. Having clear goals gives focus and determination to achieve what you want. Without goals, people tend to wander aimlessly and lack confidence in progress. Diluted focus leads to diluted results. Success requires concentrated energy and avoiding distractions. Elite performers set specific goals and develop plans to achieve them. The author learned the importance of goal setting and scheduling from his football coach. The coach would establish shared team goals, then provide a detailed schedule to achieve them. The author has used scheduling and goal setting in his own life for the past 20 years. The author's morning routine sets the tone for his day and helps him achieve his goals. It includes adequate sleep, making his bed, exercising, taking a cold shower, and meditating. Starting the day positively leads to a more powerful and productive day overall. Research shows that scheduling and planning are key to achieving goals and making progress. Setting if-then plans that specify what you will do and when can increase your likelihood of success. Tracking your progress also helps keep you accountable and motivated. The author developed the Greatness Performance System focused on 3 areas of life he calls the 3 players: business, relationships, and wellness. Each area has 3 specific focuses. He establishes 3 main goals for each area, for a total of 9 key goals to guide his progress and performance. Prioritizing and balancing all 3 areas of the GPS positions you to achieve greatness. To achieve your goals, enlist support through accountability at 3 levels. 1. Accountability to yourself. Hold yourself accountable based on your own integrity and personal pride. Keep your word to yourself. This builds self-confidence and self-esteem. 2. Accountability to someone else. Have an accountability buddy, like a friend or coach, who can support and hold you accountable, especially on days you struggle. This creates commitment devices, consequences you want to avoid, like embarrassment or penalties. 3. Accountability to a community. Leverage the power of community support groups, clubs, teams, etc. Community support provides positive peer pressure. Team accountability, where a group shares in success and failure, can be especially powerful. In football, I had personal goals, team accountability to my coach, and community accountability to my teammates. I didn't want to let anyone down. With my girlfriend, I have a personal commitment to our relationship, accountability to each other, and accountability to our larger community of friends and family. For health goals, you could have an accountability buddy for workouts, join a gym community, and set personal integrity around your habits. The key is enlisting support at multiple levels to achieve your goals. Accountability gives you the edge to push through challenges and stay committed to your vision of greatness. Enlist support from professionals like therapists, coaches, mentors, and trainers. They provide accountability, expertise, and an outside perspective. Though not always cheap, they can save time and help you progress faster. Use technology like apps, programs, and communities for accountability when in-person support is not possible. Things like fitness trackers, budgeting software, and online communities can all provide accountability. Choose accountability partners who are fun, positive, and invested in your success. Avoid partners who are negative, toxic, or rooting for your failure. Let irrelevant or unsolicited advice and criticism pass by. Determine whether the person giving advice is someone you should listen to. If not, do not let their opinion influence you. Have a clear mission and values so you can discern which advice to take and which to ignore. Doubt makes you more susceptible to influence from others. Avoid going to extremes or trying to change everything at once. Take things step by step to set yourself up for success, rather than becoming overwhelmed. You are always responsible for yourself. While support and accountability from others is helpful, you must monitor yourself and do regular self-checks to ensure you stay on track. Get feedback from people around you to gain other perspectives. Listen for consistent themes that may indicate areas needing improvement. Make adjustments as needed to continue progressing. Review and refine regularly. Accountability is an ongoing process, not a one-and-done solution. Continually evaluate what is working, what needs improvement, and how you can better support yourself and others. Before acting on someone's advice or sharing your goals with them, assess if they are qualified and invested in your success. Respond accordingly by either building them into your accountability system or avoiding discussing your mission with them. Criticize your own ideas and plans thoroughly to identify weak areas. Then, develop strategies to address them so you can confidently move forward. Define what types of rewards and fun motivate you, such as material goods, progress indicators, affirmation, money, cheats, personal bests, or competition. Build those rewards into your goals and tasks to stay motivated. While preparation and practice are important, you have to take action and execute at some point. Continuous progress and consistency, even in small doses, are key. Like Steph Curry's basketball training, break big goals into manageable chunks and work at them regularly. Keep the passion for your mission or goal alive by revisiting why it's meaningful and important to you. Share your enthusiasm with your support team. Don't be discouraged if you face obstacles or failures. See them as learning opportunities, then get back to work. With time and experience, executing will become second nature. You've been on a journey to discover your meaningful mission, the reason you were put on this earth. Now it's time to take action. Overcome perfectionism by using the 1% rule. Aim to get just 1% better with each action you take. This allows you to make progress while giving yourself grace. Done is better than perfect. You'll never feel completely ready, so take imperfect action. Stay focused on your meaningful mission to push past fear and excuses. Know what you can control and what you can't. Focus on consistency, effort, impact, and creative expression. Don't tie your confidence to things outside your control. Schedule what's important, automate what you can, eliminate distractions, and celebrate your wins. This will keep you moving forward. Start with the next right step. Your meaningful mission may feel overwhelming, so just focus on progress, not perfection. Do what you can do today. Celebrate all progress to stay motivated. Even small wins deserve recognition. Be proud of what you're creating and the impact you're having. The keys to getting things done are overcoming perfectionism, focusing on what you can control, scheduling and automating progress, eliminating distractions, and celebrating all wins. Keep your meaningful mission in mind. Do what you can do today and you'll be on your way to living out your greatness. The key to getting significant things done is developing effective routines and habits. 4 steps to build an effective routine are: 1. Schedule. Block out time for important things and fill in the rest around them. This removes decision fatigue and ensures you make progress on what matters. 2. Automate. Identify repetitive tasks and set them on autopilot as much as possible. This frees up mental energy and time. 3. Eliminate. Cut out things that waste time and aren't important. Delegate when possible. Say no more often. Celebrate. Acknowledge wins and progress to stay motivated. Express gratitude for what you accomplished. To develop a routine for significance, focus on 1. Having clarity on your goals and direction. Know what you want to achieve. 2. Making sacrifices. Be willing to put in the effort required to achieve great things. Go the extra mile. 3. Thinking longer term. Consider how choices today will impact your time and opportunities tomorrow. Make decisions that multiply your time. 4. Fighting perfectionism. Get started instead of waiting for perfect conditions. Move forward in small steps. Good enough is good enough. 5. Evaluating your habits and routines. Keep what works, change what doesn't. Optimize them over time based on your needs and goals. The key is to just get started and make continuous progress through small improvements and wins. Have the right mindset, develop effective habits, and get meaningful things done each and every day. Over time, this leads to greatness. Here is a summary of how you can get 1% better each day. Relationally, spend time thinking of ways to improve your interactions and relationships with others each day. Identify one specific way to become 1% better in your closest relationships. Write it down and act on it. Mentally, pay attention to your thoughts and look for negative patterns. Work to move from negative to positive thinking. Enhance positive thoughts. Look for ways to improve both the information you take in and what you produce from it. Strive for 1% better each day. Make a routine. Schedule. Put important things on your calendar first, like relationships, exercise, downtime. Then add work and tasks. Leave space for possibilities. Automate. Look for ways to streamline repetitive tasks through automation. Get fresh eyes to help identify time wasters. Eliminate. Ask yourself what you can eliminate to focus on high priority and meaningful activities. Remove distractions and non-essential tasks, meetings, and emails. Celebrate. Reward yourself for accomplishments and progress. Build celebrations into your routine. Define significance. Reflect on your life and how you currently spend your time. How does it align with what is most significant to you? Envision what you want to accomplish in 10 years and why it will be meaningful. Then determine what needs to change now to work toward that vision. Make adjustments to focus your time and efforts on what really matters to you. Celebrate all progress, big and small. Remember, you are enough, just as you are. But you are always becoming more. The author describes how he was living an unfulfilling life, driven by fear and insecurity despite outward success and financial gain. He realized he needed to go on a journey of healing and self-reflection to address wounds from his childhood. Through this process, he found the courage to be vulnerable and express his authentic self. He says that learning to love yourself is key to happiness and that people should celebrate their successes along the way, rather than only focusing on goals and what's next. Here is a summary of the key ideas. Develop a consistent morning routine to start your day focused. Robin Sharma and other highly successful people emphasize the importance of a purposeful morning routine. Adopt a growth mindset. Successful people view abilities and intelligence as qualities that can be developed through effort and persistence. They believe in continuous self-improvement and learning. Do not let perfectionism hold you back. Move forward imperfectly rather than not at all. Take action and learn through experience. As Theodore Roosevelt said, the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. Build your confidence and self-esteem. Your self-belief determines your potential and what you can accomplish. Work to overcome self-doubt and rejections through preparation and persistence. Clarify your purpose and priorities. Define what really matters to you and gives your life meaning. Set clear goals and review them regularly to ensure you are making progress. Eliminate distractions and time wasters. Develop an abundance mindset. Believe there are enough opportunities and success to go around. Do not see life as a zero-sum game. Help others succeed, as their success does not limit your own. Show gratitude for what you have. Stay determined and resilient. Building success requires mental toughness and the ability to overcome obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Learn from your mistakes and try again. With dedication and perseverance, you can achieve remarkable things. Continuous self-improvement. Commit to lifelong learning and expanding your knowledge and skills. Read books, take courses, work with a coach or mentor. Progress, not perfection. Maintain a beginner's mindset. Serve others. Contribute value to people and make a positive difference. Help others achieve and succeed. Building goodwill and strong relationships leads to more opportunities and greater success. The article discusses Theodore Roosevelt's famous Man in the Arena speech given in 1910. In the speech, Roosevelt argues that the credit belongs to those who are actually in the arena, fighting and striving for success, rather than the cold and timid souls who criticize from the sidelines. He says that the man in the arena, though he may fail and come up short, at least attempts great things, spends himself in a worthy cause, and if he wins, triumphs in a high achievement. The cold and timid souls know neither victory nor defeat. Roosevelt extols ambition, effort, and striving in the face of difficulty and critics. He suggests it is better to dare mighty things, win great triumphs, and make big mistakes than to live a life without boldness or action. The speech is a call to action and a defense of those who take risks, work hard, and chase bold dreams in the face of naysayers or critics. Roosevelt argues that the world belongs to and is shaped by the courageous doers, not the timid critics. In short, the article discusses Theodore Roosevelt's philosophy of ambition, striving, and the strenuous life, as exemplified in his Man in the Arena speech. The speech is a rousing call to ignore the critics, take bold action, and pursue worthy goals and great achievements. Here is a summary of the podcast episode. Negative emotions like fear, guilt, and shame often come from identifying too strongly with your ego and the roles you play. To overcome them, you must let go of your rigid sense of identity. Your ego wants to judge and label things as good or bad to feel in control. But true happiness comes from living in the present moment without judgment. Your thoughts and emotions do not define you. They are like waves in the ocean. They come and go. Your true essence is the ocean itself. Connecting to that essence helps overcome negative feelings. Stop labeling experiences as positive or negative. See them as neutral and as an opportunity to grow. React to situations with compassion rather than judgment. Do not let your self-worth depend on external factors like relationships, achievements, or possessions. Your worth is intrinsic. Connect to your inner wisdom and love. Practice self-love through gratitude, forgiveness, and acts of kindness toward yourself and others. Make self-care a priority and be gentle with yourself. Spend time each day meditating, journaling, exercising, and communing with nature. These practices help shift your mindset and connect you with your true self. Look for the light in others and be of service however you can. Helping others also helps you transcend ego and negative emotions. There is no limit to human potential. You have infinite creativity and power within you. Believe in yourself and keep working to overcome ego and judgment. Miracles will happen. That covers the key highlights and actionable advice from the podcast episode on overcoming negative emotions. Let me know if you would like me to explain anything in the summary in more detail. Here is a summary of the sources. The sources discuss habits, mindsets, and strategies to achieve success and well-being. Key ideas include perfectionism and procrastination are defense mechanisms that prevent progress. It is better to focus on progress over perfection. Developing good habits and routines boost productivity and creativity. Successful people across fields cultivate consistent habits and disciplines. Growth mindset, positive self-talk, and belief in one's potential enable overcoming self-doubt and obstacles. Mindset shapes outcomes. Strong, healthy relationships are built on communication, vulnerability, mutual support, and avoiding red flags. Relationships require work, but are worth the effort. Pursuing dreams and big goals requires perseverance, adaptability, mentorship, and breaking down barriers. Success is rarely overnight. Continuous progress matters most. Past hardships and setbacks can be healed and overcome. Faith or spiritual practice provides guidance and resilience. The past need not define the present or future. Managing time, priorities, and opportunities in a disciplined way leads to better productivity and income. Multiplying time enables achieving more. Saying no opens up more time for important things. The sources provide practical and motivating advice for self-improvement, success, relationships, following dreams, and personal growth. The key is maintaining the right mindset, habits, and perseverance.